Hey guys, welcome to class. Today's practice is our fast and fluid morning flow to get us fired up for the day and get us moving. So let's waste no time. We're going to start in a child's pose position. So big toes touch, knees are wide towards the back of your mat. Allow your belly to fall between your thighs as you stretch and reach your arms forward. Forehead to the mat. Connect with your breath. And find some stillness here before we start to move. On your next inhale, press yourself up onto your knees and draw your knees underneath of your hips and your wrists underneath of your shoulders. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest for cow pose. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin and round the upper middle back to the sky. 2 more times. Inhale, belly drops, lift the chest. Exhale, upper middle back to the sky. Last round. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat pose. Come back to a neutral spine and start to send your bum back towards your heels. Stretch your arms forward for child's pose once again. Forehead to the mat. Circle your arms back behind you, bringing your wrists alongside your feet. And then drag your wrists alongside your knees, palms down. Inhale, peel the chest up, leading from the crown of the head. And exhale, take your left hand down to the mat and in the center below your chest. Right fingertips pointing forward. You're going to inhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky as you turn your chest to the right and reach your right arm back behind. Take your gaze with it. We're going to turn the palm down to face the mat now and then continue internally rotating that arm so your palm is facing backwards now. Bend the elbow and bring the back of the right hand to the outside of the left hip. And take your gaze out over your right shoulder. Breathing here. Imagine broadening the collarbones. And then re-extend the elbow, turn your palm back forward. And inhale your arm up through the sky and back to our starting position. Replace your left hand with the right now. So left fingertips pointing forward. We'll do the other side. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Turn your chest to the left as you twist. And reach your left arm back behind you. Turn the palm of the hand down to the mat and then continue internally rotating that arm, palm facing back. Bend the elbow, bring the back of the left hand to the outer right hip. Take your gaze out over your left shoulder. Twisting here. Stretching the neck, shoulders. Big inhale. And exhale, re-extend that arm, turn your palm forward once again. And inhale your left arm up to the sky and back forward. Swing your feet out in front of you and come to sit on your bum. I'm going to grab the backs of the thighs and roll back towards your tailbone. Hover the feet for Navasana. You can keep your hands holding the backs of your thighs here or take them alongside your knees. Really imagine lengthening the spine here, engage those core muscles. We're going to keep moving, so start to extend the legs and lean back into a low boat pose. Hold it here. And then on your exhale, draw the knees back up into the chest. Continue. Inhale to low boat. Exhale, knees to chest. 2 more. Low and exhale. Low and exhale. Last one, low boat, and then let it go. Heels to the ground and lie down. Stretch your arms over your head. Big stretch from the tips of your toes to your fingertips. And then get ready. We're going to come back into boat pose. So let's go. Back up, boat pose. Maybe you can straighten the legs here. Squeeze here your core muscles in. Navasana. And then the feet down and sit up. Nice. Swing your feet back around. Now we're gonna come into a tabletop position. I want you to just shake that out a bit first, shaking the hips side to side. Taking some little playful movements here before we start to move. Nice. Step your hands forward of your shoulders, tuck your toes, and send your sit bones high and back for a downward facing dog. Now this is our first down dog of the class, so let's stretch it out. Pedaling the feet by dropping one heel and then the other. Maybe you want to lift your right hip high, open out that side body, followed by the left hip lifts. Nice. Then come to settle in your down dog. Soft bend in the knees, sit bones high, wrap your armpits towards your ears. We're going to start to walk our feet forward towards our wrists. Nice and slow. You can bend your feet as much as you need. And keep your feet hip distance apart, so we can measure that by taking 2 fists between the arches. Take the frame over your head, so opposite arm to opposite elbow, and if it feels calling to you this morning, maybe taking some sway side to side. Release the frame, fingertips to the ground or to your ankles. Inhale and halfway lift. Lengthen the spine, draw your shoulders back. And exhale, fingertips to the ground. We're going to lift that left leg parallel to the floor. Really keep the hips square here by spinning your inner left thigh to the sky. You can keep your fingertips on the floor for stability, or hands in prayer at heart center for warrior 3. Nice and strong. We'll hold it for 3, 2, 1. Fingertips down if they were lifted. We're going to take a big step back with that left foot and drop to your left knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale, peel the chest up. Low lunge. Arms alongside your ears. Exhale, bend the elbows and lift the chest. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, hands in prayer at heart center. Lean over that front thigh and hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Use that connection to really twist and turn. Trying to bring the prayer hands to the center of your chest. Twisting lunge here. And inhale, come forward once again. Take your fingertips down. And I tuck the back toes under and lift the knee. Plant the hands down and step back to plank pose. Hold your plank pose here. Push the upper middle back to the sky. Hips are lifted. And then drop the right knee down. Spin the right toes off to the side. And we're going to swoop this left foot so it's in line with this left knee. Turn your chest to the left. And inhale your left hand and left leg to the sky in this variation of a side plank. Working this left hip. We'll hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And then release the left foot to the ground and reach your left arm alongside your ear. Take your gaze to the sky. Big side body stretch. And then left hand down, left knee back in line and back into tabletop. Tuck your toes under, sit bones high, downward facing dog. Gonna walk our feet forward towards our hands once again. So nice and slowly walk your feet forward. And then once we get here, this time we're gonna heel toe our feet nice and wide. So just outside of your mat. And bend the knees here gently so we can really get that flat back. Almost coming into a cow pose position with the back. Lifting the tailbone, lifting the chin. Draw your shoulders back. And exhale, fold forward. Bend those knees as much as you need. Now we're going to take some little playful movements here once again. So fingertips grazing the floor as you sway side to side. You can play with bending one knee, straightening the other. And just Again, inviting some playfulness into this practice. You can start to arch the back, bend the knees, round through the upper middle back. If you have a healthy cervical spine, you can take some neck rolls. And if you went in one direction, now reverse it and go in the other. Let it be messy. Doesn't matter if you feel stiff, that's why we're here. And then let it go and come back to stillness. Heel toe your feet back in, 2 hip distance apart. Fingertips on the ground, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, shoulders back. This time, right leg lifts alongside, parallel to the floor. Spin your inner right thigh to the sky. Soft bend in that left knee. And again, your fingertips can stay down. Our hands in prayer at heart center for warrior 3. We'll hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Fingertips down if they were lifted. Big step back with that right foot. Drop to your back knee and untuck your toes. Inhale, peel the chest up, low lunge. Inhale. Focus on tucking that tailbone. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the chest. Inhale, re-extend the arms. And exhale, palms touch, hands in prayer at heart center. Lean forward over that front thigh. And this time, tuck your right elbow to the outside of the left knee and twist. Twisted lunge here. Try and get the prayer hands in the center of the chest. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale to come back out of that rotation and bring your fingertips to the mat. Tuck your back toes under, lift the hips, and step back to plank once again. Upper middle back to the sky. You'll stay here for just a moment. And then left knee drops, and the left toes spin off the side of the mat. Swoop this right foot in line with that left knee. And inhale, right arm to the sky and right leg lifts. Side plank variation here. I'll hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Lower that right leg and reach your right arm alongside your ear. Take your gaze to the sky. Big side body stretch. So good. Right hand to the mat now and spin your knees back forward into a tabletop. Bring your big toes to touch, knees wide, and sit back towards your heels. Reach your arms forward. Forehead to the mat. Bend your elbows, bring your hands in prayer. See if you can bring those prayer hands to the back of your neck. So you stretch into the triceps here, into the back of the neck, back of the shoulders. Re-extend the arms. Circle your arms alongside your hips like we did at the start of the class. Drag your wrists forward, place your palms down in front of your knees. Inhale, peel the chest up, leading from the crown of the head. Spin your knees in and take your fingertips to the side. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, reach your right arm over to the left and take your gaze to the sky. Inhale, back through center, right fingertip to the ground. Other side, inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, reach it up and over to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fingertips down. Take your hands in prayer at heart center once again. Drop your chin and lengthen the back of the neck. We'll close out our practice here. I want to thank you for joining me for this short and sweet little flow. And I look forward to having you in my future classes.